नमस्कार। कॉमर्स विद डॉक्टर वी स्वागत करता है आप सभी का आज की क्लास में। ब्रांचेस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग आज का टॉपिक है और हम आज शुरुआत करने वाले हैं इसी क्लास की। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं। थैंक यू सो वेरी मच। ब्रांचेस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग, they are basically known as the specialized tools for specialized problems. Actually, there are different kind of problems, specialized problems, which can be tackled with specialized tools. Those tools are the branches of accounting. For example, there is financial accounting as a branch of accounting. So it is used for external reporting. Actually, external reporting can be considered as a specific problem. So it is tackled with the preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet. And these statements are sent as a report to different users for external reporting. So as a branch, financial accounting fulfills this particular need of external reporting through the preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Then the another branch is cost accounting. Cost accounting is done with the purpose of cost control. Cost controlling is done through cost accounting. Through this particular branch, cost accounting, we know about the cost per unit, what the break-even analysis is. Okay, you all may have listened about this, but let me explain in a minute. Break-even analysis is basically an analysis which provides an insight to the business person or the managers that at what point of production the business would be able to cover its cost. Means the point of output at which the company is earning neither any profit nor any loss. That particular production level is known as break-even point, and this analysis of determining break-even point is known as break-even analysis. So the third branch is management accounting. Management accounting is basically the accounting which is done for the purpose of making managerial decisions. Okay, so its use is taking decision. It means decision making through preparing various kind of budgets, variance analysis, and forecasting. All these things are done under management accounting. Budgeting, you may know, you know about budget. Budget means how much amount you intend to spend on a particular task according to the expected revenue of that particular activity. You will be intending to spend some money. So fixing some kind of money over the uh, acquisition of particular activity or particular uh, asset, whatever the amount you are intending to spend in the anticipation of some revenue out of that particular project or activity or asset, that is known as preparation of budget. This process is known as budgeting. Variance analysis is, let me explain. For example, if you want to complete a particular activity, so you set standards, then you try to follow all the process, every step. After following each and every step, you find that you have performed well, but the actual performance is then compared with the set performance, or you can say planned performance, or the standard performance. So there may be some variances between there may be some deviation between the planned performance and the actual performance. The difference is known as variance, and the analysis of this variance is known as variance analysis. What is done in this variance analysis is to find out the regions responsible for the deviation or the variance between the actual performance and the set performance, which is called as standard, right? So that finding out the regions may be both controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable regions are the regions which could be controlled with some caution, some cautious behavior, some kind of controlling tools application. You may control those regions, you may work on those regions to control the variance. But there are several regions that are non controllable. It means the regions are related to the external environment. You cannot control the external environment. So variance analysis is the analysis which determines that whether the deviation in between the actual performance and the set performance is due to our carelessness or any kind of misuse of resources, then we should uh, take care of our activities. We should make some corrections needed. And if the reasons are due to external factors, then we cannot do anything. Yes, of course, we can uh, go for better planning so that the external affairs could affect inversely, but very little, not that much. Okay, so the harm is harm can be lowered, right? So forecasting is something which can be, prediction of future occurrences is known as forecasting. So forecasting can also be done through management accounting tools, right? So the insight is most businesses use all three branches together, integrated through ERP systems like SAP or Tele. Today, you know that accounting is done on computers. Computerized accounting is the era of the day. So whether we use Tele or any other accounting software, SAP, ERP systems, they use basically all the three kind of branches: financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting. अगर आपने टैली कहीं पे सीखा हुआ है तो आपने देखा होगा कि ये सारे टूल्स टैली में ऑलरेडी आपको देखने को मिले होंगे। जिन लोगों ने टैली अभी नहीं सीखा है, नहीं देखा है, तो इसी क्लास में मैं आपको टैली का पूरा स्क्रीन के साथ बिल्कुल पूरा कंप्यूटराइज्ड अकाउंटिंग वाले चैप्टर में जो एंड में है, जो कि यूपी बोर्ड में नहीं है, लेकिन मैं उन बच्चों को भी सिखाऊंगा, कोशिश करूंगा कि मैं आपको पूरा टैली का सिखाऊं। तो मैं आपको पूरा दिखाऊंगा, लेकिन इतना आप जान लीजिएगा कि जो हमारा टैली सॉफ्टवेयर है उसमें ये तीनों ब्रांचेज यूज में ली जाती हैं। तो होप आपने अभी तक ब्रांचेज ऑफ अकाउंटिंग अच्छे से सीख लिया होगा। दिस वुड बी क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू। नाउ वी मूव ऑन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, which is key accounting terms. The key accounting terms are given here at very short, but let me explain uh, each of the terms one by one with some detailed elaboration. Assets. Assets are the productive resources. For example, machines, cash. They are the productive resources. What does this mean by productive resources? Productive resources means the resources which are used in the production process. So machines are used in the production process. Cash, through cash we buy materials, men, machines, everything. So cash and machines both are known as assets. Any particular item which is used in the production process are is helpful in the production, which can further lead towards the revenue generation. So any particular resource which helps in the generation of revenue is known as assets, is known as asset, right? Second term is liability. Liability means obligations that must be settled. It means you have to pay some money to someone after some time. So that particular item is known as your liability, right? Here the example is loan. If you have taken a loan from a bank or a person or a company, then ultimately a day will come when you will have to you will need to return that particular money. You will need to settle that particular account. That particular amount should be paid by you. Your obligation must be settled. Your any obligation means any amount. If you need to pay somebody because you have borrowed that money from anyone else, that is your liability, right? The third item is capital. Capital means owner's claim or investment. Owner means the person who is known as businessman. He or she would have invested some money as capital. So the money invested by the owner is known as capital, right? Owner, whenever he invests some money, it is known as capital. And whenever he withdraws any money, owner, then it is known as drawings. Okay, so the owner's account, I have already told you that owner can be called as the father of the business, and we don't utter the name of the father directly. So father, today is Father's Day, so we respect our father. We all respect our father. So with the respect, we don't utter his name, right? So here the business also considering the businessman as his father, because he is the founder of the business. So business is the child of the businessman. So business considering the businessman as his father, he does not, mention his name directly. Whenever he gives some money, or you can say he invests money, the account which is used is capital account. Whenever he withdraws some money, the account which is used is known as drawings account, right? The name of the businessman is therefore not mentioned in accounting books, right? Then another term is revenue. Revenue means what the business earns. You produce some commodity, then you sell it, then ultimately you get in return that particular return is known as revenue, right? Expenses, what the business is spent to earn. You want to earn something, you need to spend before earning anything. So the expenditure you have made for earning the revenue, that particular expenditure, the money spent, is known as expenses, right? Then the final result is profit or loss, net outcome of all the activities during a particular accounting period, which is known as 1 year, from 1st April to the 31st March of the next year. That particular time period is the evaluation of the performance of the manager or the business person is particular done through the ascertainment, through the determination of the amount of profit or loss. If the profit is earned, then the performance is said to be as good. uh, if the loss is there, then ultimately performance cannot be called as good. So ultimately net outcome is the profit or loss. It is basically the indicator of the business health. If business is earning profit, then health is good, and if the business is earning loss, then the business is not the health of the business is not good, right? So these are the key accounting terms. Hope you all would have learned the important keys. Let's move towards the next topic. Before going to the next topic, systems of accounting, let's uh, give a conclusory sentence to the accounting terminology. A business can have high revenue but still fails. एक बिजनेस के पास जो रेवेन्यूज हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो सकती हैं, लेकिन हो सकता है ये फिर भी फेल हो जाए इफ़ एक्सपेंसेस आर एंड लाइबिलिटीज़ आर मिसमैनेज्ड। अगर बिजनेस में एक्सपेंसेस बहुत मिसमैनेज किए जा रहे हों, यानी कंट्रोल्ड ना हो, अनकंट्रोल्ड हों, और लाइबिलिटीज़ भी अगर मिसमैनेज की जाएँ, तो अल्टीमेटली वो बिजनेस ज़्यादा रेवेन्यू कमा करके भी फेल हो सकता है। So the expenses and liabilities are need to be controlled, and high revenue, yes, if it is, then ultimately the health of the business would be called as Good. So the next topic is systems of accounting. Actually, there are two systems: cash system of accounting, accrual system of accounting. What is cash system of accounting? Cash system only records when money changes hands. It means when money is transferred from one hand to another, then and only then it is the transaction is considered to happen. It means the occurrence of transaction is considered to have to have happen if the money is transferred from one hand to another. It means if the payment is either being made, or it is being received, then the transaction would be recorded in the accounting books. The pros and cons of this particular basis, cash basis, are: pros are firstly discussed. It is very simple. Whenever the movement of cash is noticed, it is to be recorded. Otherwise, it will not be recorded. So it's very simple. Useful for small firms. It is useful for small firms. Yes, of course. If the firms are multinational companies, then cash basis would not work, right? Cons: inaccurate picture of profit. The cash basis cannot give the picture, the uh, accurate picture of profit. Okay, because it is very much possible that you would have earned the income, but you may not receive it at particular time. At a particular time, it is very much possible you have earned, but you have not received the income. On the other hand, it is also very much possible that you may have uh, you know enjoyed the benefits of any expense, the services of your employees. You may would you would have enjoyed, but it is very much possible that you have not paid the salary. So the actual profit cannot be determined with this particular basis, which is known as cash basis. Yes, of course, small firms use it, and this method is used for personal accounting. Yes, of course, small firms and persons use this basis, but most of the businesses today, they use accrual basis of accounting. This records when transaction occur. Here, the movement of cash from one hand to another is not important, not necessary. Just the happening occurrence of the transaction is recorded. The pros are of this accrual basis of accounting are that it is realistic, it is legally preferred. All the laws, uh, they prefer accrual basis of accounting. Cons are that this is complex in comparison to the cash basis. Yes, and it needs judgment. It means personal, arbitration is basically a necessity in this method. Okay. Personal arbitration means there is a choice of method which is done by the accountant. Okay, there are several methods. The accountant may go for any particular method. So this needs judgments, right? So real insight is: in India, companies are legally required to follow accrual basis, that I have already told you, as it aligns better with the fair reporting. ये fair reporting के साथ एकदम ठीक से फिट बैठता है. So accrual basis is used across the nations, in companies, in partnership firms, in cooperative societies, everywhere the accrual basis is used. Yes, cash basis is used by the small companies and for the purpose of personal accounting. So the next topic we are moving for is qualitative characteristics. The question is, what are the qualitative characteristics of accounting? So, qualitative characteristics means any accounting information, whether it is good or bad, how it is determined. So, the characteristics are this is determined through some characteristics. The first characteristic is relevance. Relevance means the accounting information must be related to the uh, purpose we are going to fulfill. Okay, if it is related to, it is serving our purpose, then the information is known as relevant, right? It supports good decisions. It means we have to take, buy or produce decision, buy or produce some particular, suppose we are a car making company, so tires of the car, whether we are supposed to produce the tires or we should buy it from another tire production company. So this decision may be based on the informations given by the accounting. So if the relevant information is provided, then the accounting records would be called as qualitative. Okay, so hope the point is clear that the accounting information should be relevant. Okay, so the characteristic of relevance should be there in accounting information. Then the accounting information should be reliable. Reliable means you can trust on the information given by accounting. If you are in a doubt, then you will not be able to take any decision. Third is comparability. Enables analysis across firms and periods. Comparability means you can compare with the performance of this year with the performance of the last year. It means this is called as comparison uh, across periods. The comparison of this year's performance with the previous year's performance. Okay, or you can compare with one firm's performance with another firm's. This is called as a comparability, or you can say comparison across firms, the comparison of one firm from the another. Okay, so comparability enables analysis across firms or across periods. Understandability. Accounting information should be understandable. It means easy to understand. It means even the non-experts can understand. Non-experts can understand just by having some general knowledge of the accounting. They can easily understand the accounting information, right? So critical insight is fancy accounting is useless. Fancy means if it is not relevant, it is not reliable, it is not comparable, it is not easy to understand, then the accounting would be known as fancy. Fancy means just it's looking good only. This is called as fancy accounting. It The fancy accounting would be useless if stakeholders can't understand it or trust it. देखिए ऐसी अकाउंटिंग को फैंसी ही कहा जाएगा जिसमें स्टेक होल्डर्स जो हैं, यानी कि जितने भी अकाउंटिंग यूजर्स हैं, वो इसे समझ ही ना पाएँ या वो इसमें भरोसा ना कर पाएँ, तो ऐसी अकाउंटिंग को फैंसी अकाउंटिंग कहा जाएगा। अकाउंटिंग होनी कैसी चाहिए? क्वालिटेटिव होनी चाहिए। ठीक है, अभी तक हमने जो समझा, जो जाना, उसमें हम थोड़ा सा और आगे बढ़ते हैं और ये जानते हैं कि अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस होती क्या है, यानी कि किन स्टेप से हो करके हम अकाउंटिंग का एक साइकिल पूरा करते हैं। अब ये साइकिल क्या होता है? साइकिल का मतलब होता है, आपने देखा होगा कि देयर इज अ साइकिल। साइकिल मीन्स एक पहिया होता है, और वो जो पहिया होता है वो कहाँ से शुरू होता है और कहाँ से ख़त्म होता है। अगर हम यहाँ एक पॉइंट ले लें और हम कहें पहिया यहाँ से शुरू होता है, तो ठीक है, ये यहाँ से ही शुरू हो रहा है और यहाँ से होते हुए हम देखिए यहाँ से होते हुए यहाँ पहुँच रहे हैं। ठीक है, अच्छा, अगर हम ये पॉइंट यहाँ से ले लें तो हम मानेंगे कि ये यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है। यानी कि एक साइकिल की खास बात होती है, कहीं से भी शुरू हो सकता है और एक बार शुरू होने के बाद ये फिर वहीं से बार बार गुजरेगा। यानी ये सर्किल चलता ही रहेगा पूरा, ये कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगा। इट मीन्स कि कोई भी एक एक्टिविटी, वो ऐसा नहीं कि वन टाइम एक्टिविटी होती है, ये एक्टिविटी लगातार चलती रहती है। तो इसमें सबसे पहले क्या होता है? सबसे पहले अकाउंटिंग में कोई एक बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन घटित होता है, यानी द बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन अकर्स, any business event happens. Okay, then it is identified that whether the transaction is of financial nature or not. If it is, the transaction is of financial nature, ओके, यानी कि ट्रांजैक्शन अगर फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन है, देन एंड only then it is to be recorded in journal. So first of all there would be a financial transaction, then it would be recorded in journal. The third step is posted into ledger, journal entry. Second step, the third step is ledger posting. Then trial balance is prepared, and after the trial balance is prepared, the fifth stage is preparation of financial statements. Okay, then analysis and interpretation of the financial statements is done, and then the analysis and interpretation is reported to the users, communicated in the forms of different reports to the users, internal and external. सो ये एक सर्कल में हो सकता है, जैसे यहाँ सबसे पहला पॉइंट हो गया बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन का हो जाना हुआ, उसके बाद में दूसरे पॉइंट में आपने जर्नलाइजेशन का काम कर लिया, ठीक है, जर्नलाइजिंग कर लिया। उसके बाद में तीसरे पॉइंट पे आकर के आपने क्या किया, आपने लेजर पोस्टिंग कर ली, ठीक है, लेजर पोस्टिंग बोल लीजिए या आप इसी को बोल लीजिए कि आपने पोस्टिंग की। फिर फोर्थ पॉइंट पे आप क्या करेंगे, अगला स्टेप क्या होगा, आप यहाँ पे ट्रायल बैलेंस तैयार करेंगे, राइट। आफ्टर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ ट्रायल बैलेंस विल बिकम द बेसिस ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बोलिए या फाइनल अकाउंट्स बोलिए, जब ये सोल प्रोप्राइटर की बात की जाती है तो इसी को फाइनल अकाउंट बोला जाता है, लेकिन ये जो बड़ी कंपनियां हैं या जो पार्टनरशिप है, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज़ हैं, इन सभी में इसको फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बोला जाता है, क्योंकि कंपनियों में अब स्टेटमेंट्स बनाए जाते हैं, अकाउंट नहीं बनता है। यानी पहले ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट जो बनता था उसी को अब प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस स्टेटमेंट कहा जाता है। तो पहले जो ट्रायल बैलेंस के आधार पे साल के आखिर में जो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट बनता था और बैलेंस शीट बनती थी उसको फाइनल अकाउंट बोला जाता था, अब उसी को फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बोला जाता है। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट के बाद जो आपने फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट तैयार किए हैं आपको उनका करना होता है एनालिसिस, राइट, क्या करते हैं, एनालिसिस, और उन्हीं का इंटरप्रिटेशन किया जाता है। इंटरप्रिटेशन, इंटरप्रिटेशन का मतलब होता है व्याख्या, ठीक है। और फाइनली जब इंटरप्रिटेशन हो चुका होता है तो आप कर देते हैं इन्हीं इंफॉर्मेशन को, इन्हीं कंक्लूजन्स को जो आपने निकाला है इनकी आप कर देते हैं रिपोर्टिंग। रिपोर्टिंग का मतलब होता है कि आपने जो कुछ भी अभी जाना समझा एनालिसिस करके आपको उसकी रिपोर्टिंग करनी होती है, ठीक है, बात समझ में आ गई। तो इतनी सी बात है, ये हमारा एक सर्किल है। अच्छा, ये रिपोर्टिंग यहाँ पूरी हो गई तो बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन तो लगातार हो रहे हैं, तो और जो नए ट्रांजेक्शन होंगे उन्हें फिर पहचाना जाएगा, फिर उनकी जनरलाइजिंग की जाएगी, फिर उनकी लेजर पोस्टिंग की जाएगी, ट्रायल बैलेंस होगा, फाइनल स्टेटमेंट्स होंगे, उनका एनालिसिस और इंटरप्रिटेशन होगा, और फाइनली फिर से अकाउंटिंग यूजर्स को कम्युनिकेट कर दिया जाएगा थ्रू रिपोर्टिंग, ठीक है। तो ये साइकिल हमेशा चलता रहता है। होप आपको ये बातें समझ में आई होंगी। इसके बाद में हम फाइनली इसे कंक्लूड करते हैं, द प्रोसेस इंश्योर्स दैट डेटा बिकम्स मीनिंगफुल। ये जो अकाउंटिंग सर्किल हमने पूरा किया है, अकाउंटिंग साइकिल हमने पूरा किया है, इस पूरी प्रोसेस का एक ही पर्पज़ होता है कि डेटा जो है ये मीनिंगफुल बना रहे, टर्निंग रॉ ट्रांजैक्शंस इनटू स्ट्रेटेजिक डिसीजंस। बेसिकली व्हाट द मीनिंग ऑफ द लाइन इज, हमारे पास जो बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शंस की सूचना होती है उसको हम जर्नलाइजिंग, लेजर पोस्टिंग, ट्रायल बैलेंस प्रिपरेशन, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, and after the analysis of the financial statements and their interpretation, ultimately the reports which are being provided by the accountant to the managers, they becomes the basis of strategic decision making. So this is called as turning raw transactions into strategic decisions. It means जो रॉ इन्फॉर्मेशन होती है, रॉ जो ट्रांजैक्शंस होते हैं, इनकी जो सूचना जब सही रूप में आती है, जो अकाउंटिंग के प्रोसेस से आपने सीखा कि फाइनली वो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स और फिर उनके एनालिसिस और इंटरप्रिटेशन के रूप में आती है, तो वो स्ट्रेटेजिक डिसीजन मेकिंग का आधार बनती है। तो हियर द रॉ ट्रांजैक्शंस आर टर्निंग इनटू स्ट्रेटेजिक डिसीजंस। दिस is making the data as meaningful. Okay, so the process ensures that data becomes meaningful. It means turning raw transactions into strategic decisions. Okay, अब अभी तक आपने जो सीखा उसी चीज़ों को, उन्हीं कुछ चीज़ों को यहाँ पे न्यूमेरिकल एग्जाम्पल से आपको समझाने की कोशिश की गई है केस स्टडी के ज़रिए। इसके ज़रिए मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको इसका एक प्रैक्टिकल जो है अंदाज़ा लगेगा कि ये है क्या बेसिकली। जैसे मान लेते हैं कि बिजनेस में कोई एक दिन कैसे होता है, उसमें क्या क्या ट्रांजेक्शन्स होते हैं। सपोज मिस्टर ए इज़ द बिजनेस मैन एंड ही इन्वेस्ट्स ₹1 लाख एज इज कैपिटल। So what is happening here in this transaction? Money is involved since 1 lakh is coming into the business. So because the money is involved, this transaction would be known as financial transaction, right? So first of all, we have already discussed that only the financial transactions are recorded. So this transaction is financial because it is involving money, rupees 1 lakh, which was which are being brought in by the owner, Mr. A. So the two accounts which are involved are, first of all, the capital account. Why the capital account? Because Mr. A is the father of the business, and I have already told you earlier in the same class that whenever the business owner or the father of the owner gives some money to the business, his name is not mentioned in the accounting books. Only the capital account is mentioned. So one account which would be involved is a capital account, and the another account is cash, because 1 lakh rupees are brought into business in the form of cash. So the two accounts are involved are capital account and cash account. Okay. Then the second transaction, suppose second day, first day you have only brought the capital, rupees 1 lakh capital, and the second day you have purchased some goods of rupees 30,000. What is happening? Purchase account is involved and cash would be going out. Okay, here the arrow upward is known as the money is coming in. Okay, and if the you can see the downward arrow, it means the amount is going out. Whenever you purchase a good, ultimately the amount will be going out. It means downward arrow, right? And purchases means goods is coming in, it is increasing. Upward means increasing, and downward arrow means decrease in any particular item. Whenever you sells the goods, ultimately cash would be coming, it is increasing. So cash account is involved also, and the sales is also increasing here. You pay rents to somebody, rent account is an expense, and it is basically introducing, it means it is increasing, but cash would be going out, cash would be decreasing with 5,000. So rent is involved, cash is involved. When you buy furniture of rupees 20,000, the two accounts which are involved are furniture account and cash account. Furniture is coming in, it is increasing, upward arrow, and the cash is going out, this is decreasing, the downward arrow. Okay. So what is the result, whether all the 5 days business, whether we have earned a profit or loss, how it is to be decided? See, revenue, if it is deducted by expenses, whatever is remained is called as profit. So let's understand. We have the capital of rupees 1 lakh. We have purchased goods of rupees 30,000, right? And we sold the goods 50,000. We have spent some money. Money is something which is spent on some expenses is known as uh, the money spent is known as an expenditure. So ultimately we have paid rent, so this is an expense, and we have bought furniture 20,000. So revenue means revenue minus expenditure means profit. So revenue is not when we receive capital, when we purchase goods. Okay, ultimately listen it, you are supposed to listen very carefully. We have sold goods 50,000, we have paid rent 5,000, so they have given as result as 45,000. So there is a need of making some corrections. Listen it very carefully. We have received 1 lakh as capital, we have purchased 30,000 goods, we have sold goods 50,000, we have paid rent. See, the determination of profit cannot be done with just these 5 transactions, but this is just for the purpose of giving an example. This is mentioned. Okay, so whenever you sell something, this is known as revenue. The expenditures are deducted, then ultimately what is remained is known as profit. Yes, of course, the amount of profit would not be 45,000 here in this example, but this is just explained here for the purpose of giving it as an example. Okay, so profit is known what is the difference between the revenue and expenditure. Okay, here the expenditure in the expenditure side, not only 5,000, but the goods you have purchased should also be deducted. Okay, so the profit would be not only 45,000. Here it is not, basically the informations are not sufficient. That's why the purpose of this example is not to determine not determining the exact amount of profit or loss. Here just the example is being given for the purpose of giving some understanding to the students that profit is the difference between revenue and expenditure. So hope you have understood the transactions and the account which are involved in a particular transactions. Ultimately, every business transaction, two accounts are involved. One is to be debited and another is to be credited. What are the methods of debiting and crediting a particular transaction? It is something which will be discussed later on in the next chapters. So the interpretation of this is business is profitable here, and high liquidity means you have rupees 1 lakh in your hand, so you don't have any problem of cash. It means you have plenty of cash. This is known as the liquidity, high liquidity. If you have not the shortage of cash, then the liquidity is high. If there is shortage of cash, then this is called as low liquidity. Capital invested is being productively used. Here you have invested 1 lakh rupees, you have bought some goods, and you have also sold with the assets. You have also bought some asset as furniture. So ultimately the capital invested is being productively used. So this is known as the interpretation. Here is an example how the accounting process is completed. Here simply in a single example, single case study, it is explained that not just it is explained just by the example of just 5 transactions, that a business is earning profit, and the interpretation is business is profitable, business has high liquidity, and capital is properly used, productively used, right? So financial analytics summary means uh, जो अकाउंटिंग रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं वो क्या करते हैं, ये हिस्टोरिकल नेचर के होते हैं. अकाउंटिंग इज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ सिविलाइजेशन एंड ट्रेड. अकाउंटिंग बेसिकली प्रोडक्ट ही हुआ है सभ्यता में. जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़े हैं, व्यापार जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ा है, वैसे वैसे अकाउंटिंग का भी स्वरूप आगे बढ़ा है, और ये इवॉल्व हुआ है 5000 ईयर्स में समथिंग. तो ये हिस्टोरिकल है नेचर में. दूसरा फंक्शनल, इट इज़ मोर देन बुक कीपिंग. अकाउंटिंग बुक कीपिंग से थोड़ा ज़्यादा है. ये बिजनेस का इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम है, यानी बिजनेस इसके आधार पे बुद्धिमत्ता पूर्ण डिसीजंस ले पाता है. स्ट्रेटेजिक, ड्राइव्स डिसीजंस, अट्रैक्ट्स इन्वेस्टर्स, इंश्योर्स सर्वाइवल. इट मीन्स कि बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी बनाने में हेल्प करता है. इट मीन्स यू कैन बिजनेस बेसिकली जो एनालिटिकल समरी होती है अकाउंटिंग इंफॉर्मेशन की, दिस ड्राइव्स डिसीजंस. इट मीन्स इट फैसिलिटेट्स डिसीजन मेकिंग, and it is also able to attract the investors. Investors are those who intend to invest their money in the business. So it can attract the investors if it is done properly. The analytical summary, it is properly done, properly prepared, then it would be able to attract the investors. And yes, of course, it ensures survival is possible only if the company is at least able to earn the revenue which covers its cost. Okay, so survival is only it is if the costs are covered with the profit, so it ensures the survival. Also, legal mandatory in modern economies for tax. Every business person, every business organization is supposed to pay taxes. So it is mandatory. A regulation, it means there are laws, there are corporate governance. So legal compliance is makes it necessary to prepare analytical summary. So technological, moving from manual to AI generated क्लाउड बेस्ड टूल्स। आज के समय में हम मैनुअल अकाउंटिंग से एआई जनरेटेड, एआई इंटीग्रेटेड क्लाउड बेस्ड टूल्स में आ चुके हैं, जिसको हम टैली बोलते हैं, सैप बोलते हैं। ठीक है, इनके ज़रिए हम क्लाउड बेस्ड टूल्स का मतलब होता है अब हमारे किसी एक कंप्यूटर की हार्ड डिस्क में अकाउंटिंग इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं होगा, ये इंटरनेट पर क्लाउड स्टोरेज में सेव होगा। मैं जैसे यहाँ एंट्री करूँगा तो जितने भी मेरी ब्रांचेज हैं, जितने जितने अकाउंटेंट, सीनियर अकाउंटेंट जुड़े हुए हैं, मेरी एंट्री तुरंत अपडेट हो जाएगी। ठीक है, दिस इज़ नोन एज क्लाउड बेस्ड टूल्स। देखिए, वैसे तो क्लाउड बेस्ड टूल्स काफ़ी कुछ है, लेकिन आपको शुरुआत में समझाने के लिए जो मोटी बात जो सबसे ज़रूरी है वो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ताकि आप समझ सकें। एआई इंटीग्रेटेड का मतलब होता है कि आप कुछ ऐसी कमांड्स दे सकते हैं जो कि जिसे करने में आपको महीनों लग जाते थे, वो मिनटों में एआई इंटीग्रेटेड अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर्स तैयार करके वो रिपोर्ट्स दे देता है। अल्टीमेटली जो इंसाइट है इस पूरे टॉपिक की वो ये है कि इन टुडेज कॉम्प्लेक्स डिजिटल एंड ग्लोबल बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट, अकाउंटिंग इज नो लॉन्गर अ सपोर्ट फंक्शन। अकाउंटिंग अब कोई सिर्फ एक सपोर्ट फंक्शन नहीं है, ये एक स्ट्रेटेजिक नेसेसिटी है। बिना इसके कोई भी बिजनेस आज के समय में कंपटीशन में किसी को पीछे नहीं कर सकता, कंपटीशन में आगे नहीं बना रह सकता। सो आज के जो टॉपिक्स आपने समझे हैं, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको समझ में आए होंगे। इसी के साथ ये चैप्टर मैं पूरा करता हूँ, इसके जो नोट्स हैं उनका एक्सप्लेनेशन का दौर पूरा हुआ। कल के क्लास में हम पढ़ेंगे जो इस चैप्टर से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस हैं इम्पोर्टेंट, उनके जो आंसर्स होंगे उनका एक्सप्लेनेशन। तो बिल्कुल भी मिस मत करिएगा नेक्स्ट वीडियो। थैंक यू सो मच। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा है तो आप अपने सभी दोस्तों और साथियों के साथ शेयर करें, इसे यहीं पे सब्सक्राइब करने चैनल को दोस्तों के साथ साझा करें। हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल तो आप देख ही रहे हैं, उस पर अगर आप क्लास ऐप पर ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं तो यूट्यूब चैनल पे ज़रूर विज़िट करें। ये जो क्यूआर कोड है इसे अगर आप स्कैन करते हैं, अगर आप वेबसाइट या यूट्यूब के ज़रिए देख रहे हैं, तो आपको मैं बता दूं कि आप हमारा जो ऐप है जो कि गूगल प्ले स्टोर पे अवेलेबल है, एंड्रॉयड एप्लीकेशन ऐप कॉमर्स विद डॉक्टर बी, उसे डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। वहाँ पर आप ढेरों पीडीएफ्स डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, जिसमें नोट्स भी होंगे जो आप अभी देख रहे हैं, ये भी पीडीएफ अवेलेबल होगा। इसके अलावा क्वेश्चन आंसर्स के रूप में, एमसीक्यूज के रूप में और प्रैक्टिकल वर्क बुक के रूप में बुक्स अवेलेबल हैं, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अवेलेबल हैं। वहाँ पर जाएं और आप इन सभी फ्री मटेरियल का आनंद लें। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लग रहा है तो आप हमारे कोर्स को बाई कर सकते हैं, परचेज़ कर सकते हैं। और मैं आपको बता दूं, जो हमारा कोर्स है उसे अगर आप बाई करते हो या करना चाहते हो तो उसके लिए आपको कुछ खास करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। आपको सिंपली जो काम करना है वह ये कि जो हमारा कोर्स है हमारी वेबसाइट को विज़िट करें और वहाँ पर इन कोर्सेज़ को आप बाई कर सकते हैं। आज की क्लास आपने अटेंड की, आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ऐसे ही ज्वाइन करते रहें, सीखते रहें। थैंक यू सो वेरी मच। नमस्कार, राधे राधे।